All right, it's definitely been 15 minutes, so let's get this potatoes with beef out. What's going on? Jerms here. I'm back with another review. Today we've got an Estonian Defense Forces individual combat ration, menu number 1. And the main in this one is going to be potato puree with beef. This ration is very lightweight. It only weighs 385 grams, and it's going to pack 1,296 calories. And the reason why it's so light is the main is freeze-dried. These rations have a 3-year shelf life, and the best by date on this is October 30th, 2025. So this one was produced in 2022. Now, I've only seen 2 reviews of these rations, one by Steve1989 and one by Ration Nerd. And this ration is a little bit different than Steve1989's or Ration Nerd's. Both of the rations they reviewed had retort pouch mains. They were not freeze-dried. Both of their mains were outsourced from the UK from Vesti Foods. This one, however, this is going to be an all Estonian component ration. So this ration is actually going to weigh in about 200 grams less than the one Steve did, and also have about 300 calories more than the one Steve did. So because it's freeze-dried, it's less weight and more calories. So let's open this up. Let's see what we got. So you just have a Ziploc bag. It's not sealed any other way. And here's our main. This is going to be mashed potatoes and beef. This was produced by Food Force, which is an Estonian company, and they make food for the military rations, but they also sell these components on their website for the public to buy them from Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and I believe Poland. So if you live in those countries, you can just buy this stuff right off their website. Very nice. We've got a tin of liver pate, and it looks like it survived. Nice. We have an isotonic drink powder. This one's going to be apple flavored. And this is going to be actually chocolate covered peanuts, dark chocolate covered peanuts. That sounds good. 2 packs of salty cereal biscuits and a disinfectant napkin. Well, that's what you get in this Estonian Defense Forces individual combat ration. Menu number 1, mashed potatoes and beef. Before we go any further, I want to say a huge thank you to Mike Kreischer from Mike Kreischer Reviews. He sent this ration to me. I'd never had an Estonian ration, and I've been looking for one. I didn't even know they made the individual combat rations until about 6 months ago when I saw Steve post his review of one. So he sent this to me, and he is such a good supporter of all the MRE channels in the MRE community. I just want to say thank you, Mike. I really appreciate you, buddy. And I'm really, really excited to try this one out. It sounds really good. So let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. First things first, they don't give you a spoon, so I'm using my Australian CR1M spoon because it's a great spoon. But we need to get this main reconstituting. So it says you can fill up to this line. It might not be able to actually see it in the video, but there is a line right here. It calls for 4 deciliters or 400 milliliters. So I'm actually going to measure out because I don't want to put that much water in because I don't want it to be soupy. So I'm going to measure out maybe 350 mils of boiling water. So let's get this opened up, see what we got. So notice you had the tear notch to open it, you have a zip top, and then you've got a tear notch for opening when it's reconstituted. Oh, that's not good. Well, and that kind of didn't work the greatest, but it's got a gusseted bottom anyways. Roughly 350 mils. All right, let's start stirring it up. It smells really good. I can smell that right away. As soon as I added the water, I could smell it. I can tell already I'm probably going to need to add a little more water, so I'm going to do that. Just a tad. You always add less than what they tell you. You can always add more. You can't take any away. Seal this up. Let's give her a shake. Get all the nooks and crannies. It says to let sit for 15 minutes, so we'll check it in about 5 to 7 minutes, see if it needs another stir. It smells really good. It smells delicious. It smells like a beef stroganoff. That's what it reminds me of. Let's check out these chocolate covered peanuts. Those look a little bloomed, but I'm sure they're fine. Let's get out these biscuits or crackers. There they are. They look really good. Look like a whole grain cracker. And they smell really good. Smell buttery, actually. Let's make our drink. It calls for 500 mils, so I'm just going to fill this glass right up to about the top. It's a little less than 500 mils. Give that a stir. Set him back there. Being an apple drink, I have a feeling that there might have to be some germ killer added to that at the very, very end after the outtakes. It's a new ration, but you can never be too careful, right? I mean, you got to have some germ killer once in a while. Let's check out this pate. There it is. Looks really creamy. Looks like it's going to be a really good pate. Yeah, it smells really good. Does it smell super livery? Almost smells like bologna. It's been about 7 minutes, so let's check on this. Oh man, that smells so good. Not sure you can see in there, but there are some measuring lines in there. Yeah, this looks and smells really good. I think that is plenty of water. I think it's the perfect consistency. All right, let's start trying stuff. Let's try out this pate. Let's see if it's real creamy. Oh yeah, look at that. Very, very creamy. That looks delicious. Like I said, it does not smell very heavy of liver. It smells more like bologna or a liverwurst or a Braunschweiger, something like that. It smells delicious. That is very, very good. And like I said, it's not super livery, not a minerally taste to that. Very good flavor, very smooth, very good pate. Very happy with this pate. I'm actually going to try a nibble of the cracker first before I eat it with the pate. I want to see what the crackers are like. Those are great crackers. Probably some of the better crackers I've had in a ration. These are really good. They're very salty. The texture and the flavor initially almost reminds me of like an animal cracker, but it's not sweet. It's salty. It's that same kind of texture. It's excellent. Very good crackers. Man, what a treat. That is so good. The pate is great, and then on those crackers are so fantastic on their own. It's just a match made in heaven. That is really good. I just love how creamy this stuff is. Nice and spreadable. Very, very good flavor. Very salty, but very good. I am digging this stuff. I just wish I had another pack of crackers. Well, I can't let this go to waste. I've really come to love pate. I never really ate pate before I got into rations, but I really, really like pate now. I'm really a big fan. Some of the better pate I've ever had. All right, it's definitely been 15 minutes, so let's get this potatoes with beef out. Got to get all that goodness out. Ration Kitty's hovering, man. Wish I had more pate for him. So this has potatoes, obviously. It says it has broad bean groats, cooked dried peas, fried onion, dried beef, rosemary extract, tomato pieces, parsley, leeks, garlic, and pepper. Sounds amazing. And there is a lot here. That is a huge portion. It's like the MCWs. I'm excited for this. I love potatoes, so this is right up my alley. That is excellent. That is so good. It reconstituted perfectly. It was the perfect amount of water. It's very beefy. The mashed potatoes are great. You can definitely taste the leeks in there. I love leeks. It's almost like a leek soup flavor to it. I don't know how else to describe it, but that is excellent. You can taste the vegetables. Not too garlicky. It's so good. I feel like there's carrots in there too. I didn't see that in the ingredients, but I just quickly looked at it. This is the bomb. This is so good. I love the vegetables in it. The peas. Like I said, there's got to be carrots in there. There's so much food here. I said in the beginning it smelled like beef stroganoff, but it tastes like a leek soup. Leek and potato soup. That's what it reminds me of. I'm getting so full, man. Last bite of this. Well, not the last bite. I got to get all this as much as I can. Holy crap, that was good. That is one of the best mains I think I've ever had. And it doesn't surprise me. The Baltic states, they all have great rations. And at first I was thinking it's a pretty light ration. And I was wondering if because it was freeze-dried, if it was meant to be for cold weather, but it's about the same calorie count as like a US MRE, like 1,300 calories. The US meal cold weather, those are around 1,600 calories. So I don't think they're meant for cold weather, but they would work for cold weather. You just might have to supplement the meals with some snacks to get more calories. But this was right up my alley anyways. I knew I was going to like it. Mashed potatoes and beef. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Well, let's check out this disinfectant wipe because I need it. Very, very sturdy. Very nice. Very nice smell to it. It's got a kind of a soap smell to it, like a regular style hand soap smell. And if you needed to, you could just save this and reuse it because this thing's pretty sturdy. Let's try out these nuts. Dark chocolate covered nuts. You just can't go wrong with chocolate covered peanuts. Those are so good. And I like the darker chocolate. Last bite of these. Let's try out this apple drink. Very good apple flavor. Not very sweet. It's just kind of like an apple cider. It really has a natural flavor to it. I probably could have put a little less water in it to make it a little bit sweeter, but it's got a great flavor. Very natural. And again, stay tuned at the very end after the outtakes. I'm going to put some germ killer in that. All right, well, there you have it. That was the 2022 Estonian Defense Forces Individual Combat Ration, Menu Number 1, mashed potatoes with beef. This was an excellent ration, and there are some advantages and some disadvantages to this ration as compared to the regular retort style pouches like you get in US MREs or what Steve and Ration Nerd had in their Estonian rations. The benefit obviously is weight. These weigh hardly anything. 389 grams, I think is what it was. Very lightweight, but yet a ton of calories. Not only are they just lightweight, they're a little bit smaller too. They're thin, so you could easily carry 3 of these and you're going to get about 4,000 calories, anywhere from 3,500 to 4,000 calories. So that's a huge plus. The drawback is you have to add water, so you have to carry the water, which kind of defeats the purpose of them being lightweight. So if you don't have water readily available logistically and you had to carry all your water with you, it's kind of a negligible difference. But if I were a soldier, I would prefer this type of ration because the freeze-dried mains are just always superior to the retort pouch mains. Pate was great, crackers were great, peanuts were great, drink was great. What a fantastic ration. So if you stuck with me through this Estonian ration journey, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you being here and I really appreciate you watching. What a great experience. I just love trying food from all over the world. It's just so cool. And again, I want to give a huge shout out to Mike Kreischer from Mike Kreischer Reviews. I really appreciate you sending this to me, buddy. I really appreciate you supporting all of the MRE community. And make sure you go check out his channel. He's got a great channel on YouTube. I'll make sure to leave a link in a card during the outtakes in just a few seconds. And don't forget, I have a merch store. Any of the Jerm's MRE stuff you saw in the video today will be linked below. Make sure you go check that out. And lastly, I want to say a huge thank you to all my Jerm's MRE exclusive Patreon members. I really, truly appreciate each and every one of you. It really means a lot to me that you signed up and you're a member. Thank you very much. And if you're interested in becoming a Jerm's MRE exclusive Patreon member, I put a link in the description below. Make sure you go check it out. You'll get access to 2 long-form videos every single month that are going to be Patreon-only videos. I will not be posting them on YouTube. I'll also sprinkle in a few short-form videos every month for you that are exclusive only to Patreon, will not go on YouTube. You'll also get early access, 24-hour early access to all my YouTube videos that I post, and you'll get 10% off all my merch in my merch store as long as you're a Patreon member. 10% off on everything. So go check it out. Link below. So again, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll be back soon with another review. Later. And Food Force is here's our main. It's going to be produced by Food Force, which is an Estonian company. Here's our main, and it's going to be produced by Food Force, which is, but you can also get their freeze. This was produced by Food Force, which is an, why is it so fucking hard to talk? Here comes Ration Kitty. Well, he came out. He smells the pate, but he's not liking it. I would have thought he would have loved pate. What's your problem, dude? Huh? What's your problem? Good cat. Oh, now he's eating it. You should see the floor when I'm doing reviews. That's why he's always out here. Yeah, he likes it. Spoiled Ration Kitty. Now don't knock the tripod, damn it. And again, I want to give a huge shout out to Mike Kreischer from Mike Kreischer. And again, I want to say a huge, I really appreciate you sending this to me. I really appreciate you sending this to me, buddy. It really, I'll make sure to leave a link to his channel at the very. And lastly, I want to say a huge thank you to all my patrons. Why is this so fucking hard every single time? Half of what I can't even fucking talk. So I really thank you a lot. We're not going to get crazy, nothing too fancy today. We're just going to spice up this apple drink with some of this. Like I said, you can never be too careful. You can always use some germ killer. Apple cinnamon. That's good shit. Now that's the way you do it.